Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time we're going to be doing a soak off and a full set. So the first thing that I'm doing is just going in there with a pair of nippers, and I'm just removing the bling that was left on the nails. As you can see, of course, she trimmed the nails down, but the nails had been on for over a month and the bling still stayed on really good. So again, we're just removing the bling with a pair of nippers, and then once we're done doing that on all of the nails, we're going to go in there and just file the acrylic down for the soak off. So when we're doing a soak off, we want to make sure that we file the acrylic that's on the nails as much as we can. That way the soaking process will be a lot faster. So I'm using an extra coarse safety drill bit by Pana. You can find this on Amazon, so I'll be sure to leave the link down below. But again, make sure that you file as much as the acrylic as you can, because it's going to make the process a lot faster. And then also I'm just using the same drill bit to just trim the nails down, or just file down the nails a little bit more on the free edge, because you know that's unnecessary product as well. And then after this, we're gonna go ahead and just soak the nails in pure acetone, and this is the proper way to remove acrylic nails, which is by soaking them. But again, by just doing this part right here, you're gonna save a lot of time. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other hand while the first one soaks. And I also want to let you guys know that before she came, she was asking me if I could remove her nails by like pulling them off. And I told her like, no, you know, I don't do that, because for one, it's going to hurt you. And then it just makes me cringe to, you know, just do that anyways, or when I see someone just pulling their nails off. So I wouldn't dare do that. So I told her, you know, we can just soak them off. And she tried pulling them off. So as you can see, she's missing like 2 or 3. I know on this end is 2, but then she couldn't get the rest off. So she's like, yeah, we're just gonna do a soak off because I guess it hurt. So make sure that you properly, or you remove your nails properly, because if not, you are gonna damage your natural nails. Whenever you pull your nails off, you're pulling off layers of your natural nails. You want to make sure that you're careful. And I know that it's irritating to have to sit there and, you know, soak your nails off, but if you want to soak them at home, you know, you kind of do the same thing. Just if you have gel polish, just file it down as well as the acrylic, and just, you know, play a movie and just sit there and soak your nails off. Or at least that's what I do, because I know for me it's hard for me to just sit there and soak for so long. But once you file the acrylic down as much as you can, the soaking process only takes about 15 to 20 minutes, so it's not that bad compared to, you know, the pain that you would feel if you just rip them off. Especially if the nails are done correctly and you have no lifting, it's going to be really hard for you to take the nails off. But anyways, once we're done filing this nail, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing and just soak them in pure acetone. Alrighty, so now the acrylic is completely soaked off. So now we're going to go ahead and start with the full set. So the first thing that we're doing is just pushing back those cuticles. And this is just going to help expose the new growth and also help with reducing lifting. And then also while I'm doing this hand, the other hand is still soaking. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. But I'm also going in and just trimming down the free edge because she don't like, her natural nail underneath. And then we're going to go in and just remove the shine from the nail with a 180 sanding band. Remember that you want to make sure that you do not skip this step. This is one of the steps that's the most important when you're doing acrylic nails, because our body produces a lot of oils. Those oils are on our nails, and if you don't remove that shiny layer, it's going to cause the nail to come right off. So make sure that you follow the nail to remove the shine. Again, this is a 180 sanding band. I'm using my Melody Susie Scarlet nail drill, and when I'm removing the shine, I use it at 5,000 RPMs. But as always, just use it at whatever speed you feel comfortable. Next, we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing on the other hand. So same thing, pushing back the cuticles and then removing the shine from the natural nail. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in and apply the nail tips, and I'm using the Coffin nail tips, and these are actually the same ones that I use for my press-on nails, except for, of course, I glue these on the tip of the nail, and these just save you a lot of time whenever you're filing or really shaping the nails. And remember, you want to make sure that you work smarter and not harder. As you guys know, I had been having problems with my hands hurting really bad from doing nails, so I've been trying to find things here and there that would just help me work a little bit harder or smarter to avoid that pain. So since these are already a coffin shape, I won't have to do that much filing. So hopefully this will help other people out there, but I'll be sure to leave the link down below to these tips. But they do have clear and natural. And then as you can see, this one I went ahead and cut it down because I accidentally glued it on crooked. So I just cut it down and then soaking it off with a little clip and cotton ball and acetone. We're going to go ahead and apply the nail tips on the other hand as well. But same thing applies, making sure that the nail tip fits from sidewall to sidewall. Apply the glue right on the tip and then just place it on the nail, holding it down for a few seconds, and then just moving on to the next one, making sure that you hold your finger really straight. That way you apply the nail on there really straight and you don't have to go back and soak any off like I just had to do. Alrighty, so we're gonna go in and shape the nails now. So they're already that coffin shape, but she wants them like super narrow. She was like, she wants them to where they're almost as narrow as a stiletto, but she wants them squared at the tip. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. But as always, we follow the sides and the free edge at exactly a 90-degree angle to make sure that they're really straight. You want to make sure that you watch your shape as you're shaping. That way you know exactly where you need to file a little bit more. But for the most part, I just alternate from side to side about the same amount of times. And then, just doing the free edge and making sure that when I file the free edge, I hold my file at a vertical angle. That way, I can see exactly what I'm doing. And I just feel like you can shape it up a lot better when you're holding your file vertically than horizontally. But, something may work or something different may work for you. So whatever works for you is completely fine. And then I also like to blend the tip right in the middle. And that just helps the tip look a lot natural whenever we apply the acrylic. So we're going to go ahead and finish shaping up all of the nails, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go back in and fix the nail that I glued on crooked. So I'm just going to go in and just file off what's already soaked off. And then after this, I'm going to go in and just replace the nail tip. And then we're going to go ahead and shape it up as well. Alrighty, so I dust the nails off and now we're just talking about how we're going to do the nails. As you can see, she always has a little collage with all of the nails that she wants, and then we just take it from there. So now I'm just applying the primer. This is the Young Nail Protein Bond. I'm applying it on the natural nail only, making sure that we don't get it on the skin, because if we do and they have any little cuts, it will burn them. But for the acrylic, I'm going to be using different ones. But for the most part, I'm going to be using my Frosted Pink by Mia Secret and my Mia Secret Pink. I'm using their monomer, and I'm using my Alpha brush in a number 10. As always, even whenever I'm doing the colored acrylic, I use my Mia Secret Pink as a base. That way, next time if she wants to get rid of the colored acrylic, I can just file it off, and then we'll still have the Mia Secret Pink underneath, so we don't have to, you know, start all over again with a new set or anything. But I was trying to figure out what goes on what nail, but we're going to be doing the Frosted Pink on the 3 middle nails, which is the ring finger, the middle finger, and the index finger. And then on the thumb, it's going to be an ombre. And on the pinky, we're going to do the what is it called? It's not really a marble. I guess I could call it a marble, but it's going to be clear with this frosted pink. And then actually one of the, I think the ring finger or the index finger is going to be a different color ombre nail. But again, as you can see for this, I just went ahead and did the base with the Mia Secret pink. I did the frosted pink, which is this off-white color. And then once we get a good coverage of this, we're going to go back in and encapsulate this with the Mia Secret pink, or as always, you can use the clear. I just like to use the pink because I have a lot of it and it's really translucent, so you can really tell that it has pink in it. Alrighty, so same thing for this one. So we're going to go ahead and do the base of the Mia Secret pink. And then this one's the one that we're actually going to be doing the colorful tip. And then we're going to do the frosted pink at the back. So it's going to be kind of like an ombre. So I'm going to be using this orange. I'm going to be using a green, a yellow, and a pink, and a purple. And we're just applying the colors, as you can see, vertically, going like towards the middle of the nail and just blending it in once it gets towards the middle. And then just making sure that when you're doing this, you're not applying too much. I literally just dip like the very tip of my brush into the powder and place it on the nail and just drag it down towards the tip. And then after this, we're going to go in with the frosted pink and we're going to apply it at the back, and it's going to give us that ombre look. So usually where, you know, I would use like a cover pink or something, but she wanted to use that same frosted pink, and we're just going to go ahead and blend it right in the middle. Remember that when you're doing ombre nails, you want to make sure that you brush that bead really, really gently, because you don't want it to go all the way down towards the tip. You literally just want to blend it right in the middle. We place that another bead closer to the cuticle area, making sure that we pat it down really gently, cleaning around the cuticle area. And we're going to add a little bit more because it was still a little bit translucent. And of course, going back in around the cuticle area. And then as always, we're going to encapsulate this with the Mia Secret pink, because if not, once we come back to file, we would be filing away that colored acrylic, and we definitely do not want that. And then after this, we're going to do the index finger, and that one is going to be all frosted pink as well, just like the middle finger. Alrighty, so we finished that one, and for the thumb, we're gonna do the same thing. We're doing the base with the Mia Secret pink, and then for this one, we're gonna do the tip pink, like a bright neon pink. And this one is actually by Mia Secret. I think it's in the color Ice Cream. The colored acrylics that I'm using, it's a combination between some are Mia Secret and some are from Nail Supply Glamour, but I'll be sure to leave the link down below to both of their websites so you guys can go check them out. And I always kind of just shop from both of them depending on who has what, but again, I do have a promo code for them. But again, I applied the pink right at the tip, and then I'm gonna come back in with the frosted pink. I'm gonna place it at the back, blending it right in the middle, and it's gonna be like a pink and white ombre, and that white kind of gets a little bit of the like a tint of pink to it, so it really is gonna look more like a pink ombre, like a light pink and a darker pink. So I just wanted to, you know, let you guys know that, but it's just from that hot pink, and then afterwards we're gonna of course go in and encapsulate it with the Mia Secret pink. Alrighty, and lastly for this pinky, we're gonna do the base with the Mia Secret pink, and then we're gonna go in with just a little bit of the frosted pink, and then I'm just gonna place it like going from one corner to the other, and then I'm gonna apply a little bit more above it, and that's pretty much gonna be it. And then I'm gonna come back in and encapsulate it with the Mia Secret pink. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other hand. So again, on the pinky, we're doing the clear with the marble, I guess what you can call it. For the ring finger, we're doing the colored full ombre. For the middle finger, we're just going to do all frosted pink, as well as for the index finger. And then for the thumb, we're doing the ombre pink and white. Alrighty, and then here are the colors that I use. So I use the Mia Secret Orange, I use the Lemon by Mia Secret, and then the Grape by Mia Secret as well, and the N9 by Nail Supply Glamour, and then this one is in the color Ice Cream by Mia Secret, and then this one is the Frosted Pink by Mia Secret, and then of course my Mia Secret Pink as well. Again, the brush was by Alpha Brush and a number 10, and I'll be sure to leave the link down below. But anyways, now we're gonna go ahead and just reshape the nails. Of course, they're already that coffin shape that we want, but after we apply the acrylic, it kind of takes away from the shape. So we just have to go in there and redefine that shape, and we're doing the same thing. Filing the sides and the free edge at exactly a 90-degree angle. Next, we're going to go in with a fine drill bit, and I'm using this at 10,000 RPMs, and we're going around the cuticle area first, following from the right side over to the left side, just going back and forth until you're able to see where the cuticle is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is. That way you know that the acrylic is not on the skin. And then also making sure that you follow the rest of the nail to make sure that it's nice and smooth, but first focusing around the cuticle area. I cannot stress that enough. But sometimes, even like if you're still having lifting and you feel like you're doing everything correctly, most likely you're not following around this cuticle area correctly or good enough, because trust me, I was once in your shoes. I thought I was doing this right and I was still getting lifting. But again, the way to know is just until you're able to see where the cuticle is, the natural nail is, and where the acrylic is, and you'll know exactly what I mean whenever you actually are able to achieve it. But if you look at the nails after you apply the acrylic, you're not going to be able to see all three of those. Like, you'll see the cuticle and the acrylic, but you're not going to be able to see the natural nail. So you just want to go in there and file back and forth from the right side over to the left side until you're able to see like literally just a tiny bit of that natural nail around that cuticle area. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and finish doing this on all of the nails, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alrighty, so after we finish filing the nails, we're going to go in and just buff the nails. Remember that when you buff the nails, this is just to get rid of any of the scratches left on the nails from the hand file or the e-file. So you want to make sure that you do not skip this step, because if you do, you will be able to see those scratches through your polish. And then after this, we're going to go ahead and just dust the nails off and wipe them off with an alcohol wipe. And the reason why I wipe them with an alcohol wipe, I know I get this question asked a lot, and it's just simply to remove any of the dust that's left on the nails after I dust them off, because we don't want to apply the polish, you know, when there's dust on the nails. So we're just cleaning them off, or you can have your client go wash your hands, whatever is more convenient for you. Alrighty, so after we finish wiping the nails off, the first thing that we're doing is just doing a drip nail, and we're using the Madam Glam gel polish in the color Angel Wings, and we're gonna do the drip coming from like the tip of the nail back to the cuticle area, so it's like an upside down drip. And then we're gonna sprinkle it with some glitter, and it's just gonna be some iridescent glitter. We're gonna sprinkle that over the top of the glitter while it's still wet, and then we're gonna cure that for 60 seconds. But as you can see, for my drip, I kind of just draw a circle and then I drag it down and connect them at the bottom. And then I didn't really like how they look, so I am gonna go back in and just remove the two on the sides, because they were kind of dripping over to the sides, because I guess I applied a little bit too much gel polish. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take the top of the drip off and then just redo the circle and then drag it down some. Alrighty, and then again, this is just some iridescent glitter, and we're just sprinkling that over the top of the gel polish while it's still wet, and I'm using a cuticle pusher for that. I'm just making sure that I pat the sides, that way it's not dripping over to the side, and then I went ahead and cured that for 60 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this other finger, so same thing, we just do the circle, drag it down, and then we connect them at the bottom, and then we sprinkle the glitter and then cure. Alrighty, so once it's cured, we just go ahead and dust the nail off. That way we don't get any glitter all over the place. And then for this pinky, I'm going to use that same light pink, and we're just going to outline the perimeter of the nail on this pinky. Oh yeah, and the brush that I'm using is the same brush that I have on my website. It's a set of 3 brushes, and they will be back once I restock my website, which I'm working on, so I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on that. Next, we're going to go in with the Madam Glam Gel Polish in the color Perfect White. And we're just going to do a French tip on this index finger. And we're going to do 2 coats of this and curing each coat for 30 seconds. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and let that one cure, and then we're going to start doing the print on this one. So as you can see, we're doing it in a hot pink. This is Fuchsia Touch by D&D, and it's going to be basically like a little cow print in pink. And we're going to do that on both index fingers with the pink. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in and apply the bling. So I'm using the Soleil Nail Adhesive, my wax pencil, my SS6, my SS12 AB bling, and then I'm using my pink ones as well. And we're just going to alternate between the two sizes over the entire nail. For the index finger, we're just going to outline the small line with the bling, and I'm going to use my AB, SS6, and SS12 for this. Alrighty, and then for this ring finger, we're just going to apply some bigger pieces at the back, closer to the cuticle area. And we're just going to use I think these are called the rugby or rhombus. I can't remember which one it is. I think it's rhombus. And then we're using the horse eye, and then we're going to do an SS12 closer to the cuticle area. That way they don't snag. And then after that, I think that's pretty much it. We're just going to spray the nails with the Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator, which is going to help that glue dry a lot faster. And then after that, we're going to go in with the Madam Glam Gel Top Coat. Oh yeah, and we're basically going to do the same thing that we did on the thumb on this one. We're just going to do the SS6, the AB SS6 and SS12 and the pink ones all over the back of this one. Alrighty, so we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on this hand. So we're going to apply the bling on the exact same spots. So again, for this one, we're doing them closer to the cuticle area. We're doing the big pieces. On the middle finger, we're doing the outline of the small line. On the index finger, we're doing the mixture of the pink ones and the AB ones. And then same thing for the thumb. Alrighty, so now we're spraying them with the Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator. And then after this, we're going in with the Madam Glam Gel Top Coat. And then we're going to cure both hands for 60 seconds. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. As you can see, they turned out really pretty. They're so different. I love that shape and the length and just all of the colors together. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetNailDirty2, and I'll see you guys next time.